So
But that is because you are under my household and under my covering. Now, when it comes to Umar Johnson, he doesn't know this kid because this kid has never been under his covering and he has never been in that child's life. I largely believe that you teach a child, and this is the thing that the Bible says, is you teach a child how they're supposed to be when they're young, and they never depart from it. They
so let
never
me
depart from it. So my
can I,
point is that at some point, once you become an adult, if I raised you and I put into you and I was there for you and I actually provided for you and I raised you according to my standards and we were both there for you as a family unit, and then when you get an adult or when you become an adult, you decide to go away from what it is that I raised you to be, then I have to hold you accountable for that. And at that point, I got to give you over to God, or I got to let you be what it
okay.
is so I can teach you a lesson. But that is under the assumption that you were raised in my household and my covering.
Okay. Can I
But
ask
if
you a
you
question?
decide that you want to go out, because when you become an adult, you then can do what you want to do. I have no control over you. If you want to leave the house and all of that, but when you're a child, I'm responsible for you. The context is this, though. Even with that, I will never, under any circumstance, and this is the thing that I'm saying about Umar Johnson, is what he should handle behind the scenes. I will never, under any circumstance, put that out there for y'all to see. I'm not gonna make content out of my fucking daughter, even if she decides to go her own way and do her own thing. If she decides to fuck up, at some point we may repair that relationship, but I'll never be able to get back destroying her reputation online by talking shit about her and making content about her as a content creator. That shit is fucked up, and that's why I keep saying I won't even allow her on my platform. He should handle this shit offline. He should not be going online talking about she a struggle streamer. He should not be going online and saying all of this dumb shit about her, because this shit is going to live forever. I will never personally talk negatively about my wife online. I'm not going to talk negatively about my daughter online. I don't care what happens. I'm not putting that out there for people on content. That's dumb as fuck.
Sure. Okay. I just had a quick question. So when you said that when they're in your house, they have to be raised a certain way, but when
Mm-hmm.
they become an adult, which they are still your child, this is
Mm-hmm.
an adult child. If they decide, hey, you know what you who you wanted me to be when I was younger in your house is now who I really am, and this is what I want to do in my life
Mm-hmm.
as your adult child. You're
Mm-hmm.
saying you
You lose
still
your inheritance and
it's
you lose my covering.
it's okay to say fuck them because they're not living the life based on what you want them to
The
be.
minute that you go against what I decide for you,
Is that
then
healthy?
you on your own. Fuck you. But
Is
I'm
that
not gonna
healthy?
kill your reputation online.
So
Yeah.
you would abandon your adult child if they don't live the life the way you want them to?
If you decide that you want to be gay, and I didn't raise you to be gay, and I have an inheritance for you, and according to the standards, you have to live your life according to certain standards in order for you to get that inheritance. If you don't do it, you don't get it.
Hmm.
Wait,
Well,
I'm
because
misunderstanding.
I've removed all of the excuses as to why you should be able to do what you're supposed to do. See, when somebody is not in somebody else's life, when they don't play a role in raising them, then they can't say, "Hey, I raised you not to be this way." What are you
yeah, but
doing? I can't.
yeah,
I can't. But when you become an adult and I don't no longer have any control, then if you don't abide by my rules, then you lose my inheritance. That's all there's to it.
but they're not under your rule anymore when they become
Then you
adults.
don't get
But
my
they
money
still,
because you didn't earn it anyway.
but they
That's a blessing. That's a privilege.
we're
That's
not
Wait,
not a
talking
Anton,
requirement.
Anton,
I don't
I'm
owe you my
anti.
money.
I'm
I'm not talking.
misunderstanding something. Are you saying, forget the gay part? That's really extreme. I mean, I'm not talking
Not
gay.
extreme.
I'm
It's real.
talking. Well,
A lot
no,
of your
but
kids is gay.
I'm sure your daughter's not gay. That's what I mean. So let's move on. I'm talking about if your daughter says, "I'm better off being a doctor instead of a lawyer," you'll have a problem with that?
If my rules
Wait.
is
I'm just asking
if
one
my
question. If your daughter
rules
says,
is that
wait, just hear
I'll
me
pay
out.
for you to go to school, but
Yeah,
you
and she
have to
says,
be a lawyer.
she knows when she goes to school, and she knows that she wants to be a doctor. She wants to heal. She has the brain for it because you're born to do what you want to do. I'm just saying.
Mhm,
And she says she wants to be a doctor, and you
mhm.
want her to be a lawyer. She's out.
Correct.
Wow, wow.
Because you're an
But she
adult.
doesn't
You're
have a
supposed
life
to
yet.
know.
Anti.
She had a life up until.
Like
Wait. So I just want to be clear. Her life is dictated by you up until she leaves the house.
Her life is dictated by me as long as she's under my covering, then
That's what I mean. So her career, what she thinks that she is talented as, or she believes she can be good at, whether veterinarian, lawyer, doc. I just want to be clear. That has nothing to do with her. It's what you want her to study.
That's correct.
Okay. Oh, ooh. So she doesn't have a life. She only has a life that you dictate for her because she's under your covering with money and what you provide for.
No, she's under my covering completely.
Right. That's what I mean. It's obviously
not just money.
But even
it's
money and what you provide.
It's all across the board.
Right.
And if we raise our children with purpose, then they wouldn't be out here single baby mamas.
Right.
They wouldn't be out here getting diversity, equity, and inclusion degrees based off of how they feel.
I get
it. They would have purpose. And other cultures, and this is the thing that I've learned from other cultures, is that they actually set their kids up and they give them purpose before they even become adults. And that is how they preserve the legacy of their family. That is how they preserve wealth. That is how they then make sure that these kids are not misguided and they're not out here fucked up. This is Western culture where you allow for people to have too many choices. And when they have choices, they often at times choose wrong for themselves. As long as you are under my covering, you will do what I say, or else you will not get anything from me.
So let's just say you want her to be a doctor. She doesn't have the brain for it. You can study all you want. You just don't have that. That's not your thing. You think
that is your thing. We just don't.
No. Wait. You don't know.
It's your thing. I know you better than you know your goddamn self.
Wait a minute. I just want to be clear on this because some people are born to do what they do. I'm just saying.
No, they're not.
Okay. So she is.
Most of us just have to work hard at that shit.
Wait. But how do you determine?
Unless you genetically LeBron fucking James.
Wait, you don't know that. Like you said, you know that. You know if your son's going to be LeBron James or not, right? You just said
unless you're 6'10" and you jumping out
the gym because of height.
Unless you're 6'10" and you jumping out the gym, you are a regular.
You think you're going to be a LeBron James because wait a minute. You think you're going to be a LeBron James because your attributes, your height. I'm just trying
absolutely.
Really?
Everybody knew LeBron James was
every
LeBron.
guy out there that's 6. You think every guy? Wait a minute.
We knew LeBron was LeBron before LeBron was LeBron.
Wait a minute. You think every guy that's on a basketball court that's 6'10" is a LeBron?
That's a small percentage of men.
Is that what I just said?
Yeah, that's what you just said.
I said everybody knew fucking LeBron was LeBron. That nigga, he was a prodigy.
No, I asked
LeBron
you.
Could have played football. He could have played basketball. He could have did any of that.
You had a son.
Listen, most of you motherfuckers are regular. And you need guidance, and you need your father. And the reason that y'all out here fucked up, now sitting here crashed out with multiple different children by multiple different men, is that you left the covering of your father. I stand on that shit.
That's not what I'm asking.
Yeah, but the thing is, the parents are wrong.
I'm telling you what it is.
The thing about it is, parents.
You keep trying to remix the question to be.
I'm just trying to.
I said what I said.
As long as you move
according to the parameters that I set, you will be blessed. The minute that you step outside of my covering, you on your own, and you gonna have to
you're still not answering my question. I'm just saying you think that anybody can become a doctor, anybody can become a lawyer. You think anybody?
Is that what I said?
Is that what I said?
That's not what I said.
I asked you. Then I'll ask the question again. I said, if your daughter.
You used a specific profession to illustrate a point. And so I answered it based off of how you presented the question. I have my own set of parameters. Wait. I have my own set of parameters based off of what I believe my daughter should be, based off of how I raised her, how I experienced her, what I think her intelligence level is, and where I think she should go as far as the direction of her life. You used the doctor example. You used the lawyer example. So I didn't want to change it. I spoke to your example based off of how you presented it. But for me personally, I have a parameter. I have a lifestyle. I have a setup for how I want my daughter to go. The same way that all of the rest of my family and the people that happened before me, that is how we raise our children. That is why they all married. That is why none of them single baby mamas. That is why none of them is crashed out. That's how we continue to do things inside of our family. We don't deviate from it. It is worked. It has worked for generations, and we're not changing it just because we in modern times.
But I'm gonna say this though, there are some cultures that are like that. Y'all gotta understand that, like the African culture, the Indian culture, the Chinese, they make sure that their kids is a certain industry. I know when my dad, if any of us was gay, he was gonna cut us off. He doesn't. Like they don't play with that gay shit in Trinidad. So like in different cultures is different rules. Like they don't play with that.
I mean,
but they
And
are wrong
trusts
all the
have
time.
stipulations too.
I
Yeah,
get
but
that.
they are wrong. But the thing that we are
They're
not
not
actually
wrong. It's their
acknowledging is
rules.
that
They're
they are
It's
wrong.
not
All
wrong.
Yeah, but
It's not wrong.
these parents
It
are
doesn't
wrong.
matter
All
about right or wrong.
respectfully,
Doesn't matter.
it
wait a
matters
minute.
about
Right or wrong
results.
It's
doesn't matter.
subjective.
It matters about results. Before I was a YouTuber, I was doing other things that actually made me go out of the house dressing like very good and all that. And when I got to the YouTube, my parents says, you need to stop playing video games on that computer and get a real job. When I was getting way more money than I was getting doing the regular job. Sometimes
Okay.
your parents are wrong.
And
Sometimes your
that's
parents
cool,
don't
but
have a
here's the
vision for you.
thing. But if you decide that you want to do what you want to do,
That's
you
on
have the
you.
freedom to
Yeah,
do
but how
that.
am I going to
But
get
don't.
rid
All
of
I'm
the wheel?
saying is stop
Uh-huh.
saying that I should still have to pay for you to go down, because for every one of these
Okay,
people
take
that
money,
actually
take money
achieve their
out of
dreams, it's 1,000 of you motherfuckers that said that y'all wanted to be fairies and ballet dancers, and you got underwater basket weaving degrees, and as a result, you out here looking stupid as fuck. So also take that into consideration, because the community is fucked up. All of y'all said that y'all wanted to do what y'all wanted to do, and now y'all fucked up. So stop
Okay,
acting like it's only one way, because most of the time y'all make bad decisions based off of y'all own decision making. That's the
Okay.
problem, is that y'all ain't got no guidance, and you ain't had no strong fathers in your households that said, listen, you're not about to be out there looking dumb.
There's a
You're not
difference
going to be
So
out
between
there
that's
wasting money. You're not going to
there's a
take
difference
$100,000 in
doing
student loan debt to become a fucking social worker. That's
there's
not
a
what you're
difference
doing.
between doing
wait.
something that hurts you long term or damages the reputation of your family, than saying I want to be a lawyer instead of the
It
I
doctor.
think that
doesn't
y'all should
really
raise your
That's
kids
very
how y'all
different.
see fit.
It doesn't
For
really damage.
me and mine, there
Mhm.
are parameters. You will meet expectations. As long as you meet those expectations, you will be blessed. The minute that you step outside of my covering, you lose my blessing.
So if
It
your
is what
daughter
it
wanted
is.
to be a
That's according
singer,
to
no
you, though.
support anymore.
Nope.
Wow. So
No,
she's
no
blessed according to
inheritance.
you.
No, you are not going to pass her down the cars and the properties. No, nothing.
No.
You want to, so
Anton, yeah, Anton, you
anything.
tripping.
So wait, we gotta unpack this because that's deep, Anton.
What is it
You
to
sound like
unpack?
you don't really sound like
There's plenty of y'all. There's plenty of these women that's out here that's singers that's getting
it's not
passed around in the
trying to
industry,
get.
getting butt fucked. They was out there being
Who wants to be
Diddy's
a singer?
concubines. Y'all
You're
out
not,
here, y'all sold yourself over to Diddy and Kanye West. No,
but
you
you
cannot
sound
be
like
a part of the industry.
you
No, you
sound
That
can't.
like
sounds personal. Shots fired. I see what you're doing, Anton. Shots
you
fired.
kind of
Shots fired at who? I'm not shots firing at nobody.
There, I see what you're doing, Anton. You
Wait, let
tripping.
I'm not
Jasmine get
doing
in here
nothing to
first.
nobody. I'm being for
Yes, you
real.
are. Ice to
the
you.
way
Listen, it's a reason why we protect you. But go ahead, Jazz. I want to let you
the,
speak.
the
Hey,
way they
Anton, are you a singer?
Hold
Wait,
on,
Fatty,
hold
let
on. I'm
Jazz
not a
go.
singer.
right,
I
No,
want to
no,
let
not you. The Ant one.
the
This
way
says like the
the
other
way
artist.
Come on,
the
come on,
way
Fatty. Let Jazz speak.
Jazz.
Sorry,
the
Jazz. My
way
bad.
that thank y'all. The way that Diddy thinks and how he controls his household, you sound just like him. No tea, no
Mm,
shade.
mm.
Not saying that's neither good, no, neither here nor there, but it kind of sounds the same. I get what you mean. You want to make sure that you give your children the best opportunities while they're under your covering, while they're in your household. I get that. But where I can't rock with you is where you say, as soon as you don't do, even when they become their own person as an adult, if they don't live their adult life the way you thought they should live, you're just going
Mhm,
to completely cut them off. This is your child, right? And
mhm.
then your basis of it is, well, you ain't getting no money. Take the money out of it.
I didn't say just money. I said my
She
covering.
still, she still needs her father, right? Or they still need their father to be just as loving to them as they were as children. And what I'm hearing, and this is just what I'm hearing is you say there are conditions to the way you love your child. If your child doesn't follow your exact direction because you felt like you molded them to be this person as a kid, if they don't come up to be your idea of who they should be, of what you wanted them to be,
Mhm.
then you're doing away with them. And I'm
Correct.
not saying wrong about that, but I'm also not saying you're right. And I'm also asking, is that a healthy way to go about parenting? Is you're giving your child this pressure to be somebody that you want them to be. You're not giving them any opportunity to figure things out on their own, for them to figure out who they are as a person. And you only want to indoctrinate them to be who you think they should be, when you're not realizing, even though that's your
Indoctrinate.
child, even though they are your children, they're still individuals. They're still individual humans, and they're going to experience life and react to life differently than you. Yes, guide them, help them, prop them up. But to say that if they go off the beaten path, if I want them to be, like he said, a lawyer, and they want to be a dancer, fucker. I don't know about that one, gang.
Right.
Like, I think there are better
You don't have
ways.
to. I mean, I think that's why we all have our
Because,
own
what
kids.
I see,
When you get kids, you can let them be whatever you want them to be.
no,
I
it's
don't
not
run
even
my household
about.
like that.
It's not even about letting them be whatever they want to be. It's about me guiding them so they have enough confidence to figure out who they want to be when they become an adult. Nobody is saying that if I don't make them be this person and make them go to this school, that they're going to be trash human beings in society. No, I'm gonna pay attention to my child and see what their natural likes and desires and what they're good at, their skills are good at naturally, and
Well,
capitalize.
hopefully your child has a
So
strong
they,
father in their life.
But why would you
yeah,
want your
and
child
that
to
is
be a doctor?
so that he
and
can
that
balance out that emotional side of you, because that's why they got two parents instead of one.
Like,
okay.
Jazz, why
I,
would
I,
you want
I,
your child to be a dancer? It's like you're setting them up to fail. Like, there's no
what?
long term. What famous dancer do you know that right now?
Several? Are you serious?
No, like no, I'm just saying that's I feel like that's setting
That's
go to
very
school
silly.
college
You
dancing.
see entertainers out here with a bunch of background dancers too. Let's be for
Okay,
real.
but okay, the longevity. What is their age required
In
for
that
for that?
industry, if you don't understand the creative or artist industry, I can see why you would say these things. So I'm not going to hold it against you. There is a lot of success in the entertainment industry, whether you are a singer, a dancer, an actress. There are levels to it. So you can't just sit up here and say, now what I won't say is not be delusional about the dream, not go about it in a way that you're not being pragmatic and being strategic on how you can get to the end goal. If you're going to do it, let's do it on a high level, so you're not out here, broke and destitute and not being successful at what you're good at. I think we should always be encouraging each other, especially our
You think
kids.
I would let my daughter? You think I would pay for my daughter to go to school to be a dancer?
I, we know you won't, because that's not what you see for your daughter,
You
but
think
that's
that
what she
somebody
loves.
should pay for their
But that's
kid to go to school? Hold on, wait, give me a
I think
second.
that's setting up
You
for
think that
failure.
somebody should pay for their kid to go
I
to
don't
school to be a
think setting up.
dancer?
I
It,
don't
it
think setting
depends.
up a
Because the
failure.
No,
percentage
no,
of
no.
them
I'm
being
asking
That's
dangerous
Jazz.
crazy.
I'm
really
asking
like
Jazz. I'm asking Jazz. Do you think that people should? Do you think that people should pay for their kid to go to school to be a dancer?
I think that if that is what that family decides on, then yes, I don't think it's a bad thing. And if I could finish from what I was saying earlier, I'm not saying don't be delusional about your education. Go get the education, take your major in dance, take a minor in something else. So if the dancing doesn't work out, you have another skill set ready for you to walk into a corporate America or walk into a business or whatever the case you may or whatever the case may be. So I do believe in having something to fall on that will give you longevity, but I don't believe in stifling what comes naturally or what a person loves, right? Because that builds resent in the end. We can
And
figure
this
out a
is
way.
the part where I
That's
then say,
we
this is
can
the
figure
part
out
where
a
I
way.
then say to my kid, fuck your feelings. And that is the
It's not
context.
about feelings.
No,
It's
no,
No,
there
no,
was
about
no,
not.
no, no. That is the context.
There was not a
Anything
contest,
that you
Anton.
this
that
is the
wasn't the
part where I say
context.
fuck your feelings. If you decide that you want to do what you want to do when you want to do it, then you lose
That's
my
not what I
cover.
said at
You lose
So,
all.
my
so, so,
coverage.
That's
so,
You
not what
Jess,
I
lose
let me ask a
it.
question, right? So,
that's
Fuck your
not what
Anton,
feelings.
I said at
you
all.
work extremely hard to get into this position. What's
Correct.
wrong with you helping your daughter dreams? The ballet. Let's go with the classy thing. She does ballet from 20 to 30, and
Um,
then she's get a little bit older. Her ankles are a little bit twisted. So now she says, "Father, I'm ready to inherit the empire. I'm a bag chaser now, and on the next 30 years of my life, I'll work for you." What's the problem with that?
no.
Why did you work so hard? Like your daughter has the time and the money and the resources to do what she wants. Like, can she does what she wants on her 20s and then on her 30s actually have a corporate job like you want her to probably do and do all these
No.
things? Like,
No.
why?
because that's not the vision that I plan for, and you don't get to remix what I set up.
It
That's
just sounds
crazy.
like you're just really controlling. And
That's
if you're
I'm not
able
controlling you. Listen,
to
that's the
Anthony's
thing.
talking like
That's
he's
the
Lex
thing. No, no, no,
Luthor
no.
and he's
No.
going to
That's
That's the
inherit the
thing. I'm
empire.
not controlling. I'm
That's
giving you
crazy.
options.
can't
You
fuck with
have options. That's the thing that y'all missing.
yeah,
Can't she
but
be
you
a farmer?
Hold on. Let me
You
finish.
get to choose.
Let me finish. You
Hmm.
think that your option should be you could do what you want to fucking do, and then you can still come back and then take advantage of what it is that I got.
what?
No, I
What
worked for my own money. This
says
is
that?
my money. Your options
Why
are
are you
you
talking about
can do
money?
what
Talking about
your options are you can
I'm
do
talking about
what you
being a
want to
parent.
do, and then you have to pay for it, whether that be what you suffer through or the financial obligations that come along with it, or you can do it my way and you can be what it is that I set up for you.
Okay.
And so
Okay.
you got it.
Anton,
And so that's the thing about being
Anthony,
the adult part is you get to pick either you can go down path A or you can go down path